Hi, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to the 240th episode of Walk In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom for this upcoming week of December 21st through December 27th, 2025. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon International bestseller, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the Autobiography of Angel Ariel. Now, this is the sequel to my other #1 Amazon International bestseller, One True Home Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness. I also have my children's book for all ages, Angels of Faith. You can find all of these books on Amazon. The two novels are in print, in Kindle, as an ebook, and also for those who love to listen to books, they are available as audiobooks on Audible. I'd like to thank everyone who has liked and shared, subscribed to my Claire Candy Huff YouTube channel. And if you become a subscriber, it's absolutely free, and you will receive notification when I upload new videos. I'm very excited to announce that I've joined a wonderful writing platform called Substack. To receive my articles and my newsletters, all one has to do is subscribe for free. But as of the beginning of January 2026, all of my future video content will no longer be available on YouTube, but they'll be available on Substack for paid subscribers only. For a pledge of only $8.88 a month, subscribers can receive my weekly channeled astrological and intuitive video messages, and of course, all my other posts. There's an option to show your appreciation and support by becoming an annual pledge subscriber for $88.88. And this way you get 2 out of the 12 months of subscribing absolutely free. I look so forward to connecting more with you on my Substack channel or Substack platform. But here on Walking Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, we sometimes pull runes, tarot cards, oracle cards, but we always look first into the astrological heavens to see what planetary and celestial energies will be affecting us. Now, my angelic family, we are known as the Posse of Angels. Well, we are jumping in here and saying if you have been wishing for either some color to come back into your life or a pep to return to your step, our first astrological event could just bring in the fairy dust and the sparkles that you have been waiting for. For today, on December 20th, we have a final new moon of 2025 in Sagittarius, which is unveiling new possibilities, a newfound optimism, a wish for expansion, and just a feeling, a deep feeling like we want to embark on a brand new journey. If there are two things that are apparent about the sign of Sagittarius, is that they exude an air of authenticity and they demonstrate to the world what resonates most with their soul. This is not a waiting, passive energy, but an excitable frequency that acts upon setting setting new dreams, making new commitments as to what actually lights us up. These energies not only increase our confidence, but it is supportive of our passions, our creativity, and our ambitions. Now, the way we go about doing this is very individual. But what is most important, besides being present, is to trust and believe in ourselves and believe in our abilities. Then, our second energy following this new moon, it's tomorrow on December 21st, is that we have the sun bidding a fond farewell to the Archer Sagittarius, and it's saying a big hello to Capricorn season, Wishing all you Capricorn goats out there a very, very happy birthday. This new um, earthy Capricorn energy will be very grounding for us and will put a focus on our accountability, on commitments, and a view to our long term visions. And while it sounds like a lot of hard work, especially after the spontaneous, curious nature to discover more during Sagittarius season, goat energy gets us to knuckle down, to build the groundwork for the upcoming year. One thing I've always said about those born under the sign of the goat: if you want something done and you want it done to perfection, give it to a Capricorn. Their ability to focus and butt through any difficulties or challenges is extraordinary. And our third energy is the solstice on December 21st. The winter solstice here in the Northern Hemisphere, well, it's a wonderful time of reverence, of reflection for us to take a break. Take a deep breath and honor this sacred gateway as we are about to begin anew. Some people mark this sacred time of renewal with a time of silence for introspection as we bridge the past to our unfolding future of rebirth. Some other ways to mark this blessed time is to make time to rest, to soothe yourself after what many experience to be a very, very trying year. Some people do this by immersing themselves in nature. And one of my cherished favorite things to do is to go outside and talk with my friend, the wise tree, in the backyard. It always has such wonderful pearls of wisdom to share with me. No matter where you are in life, do take this time to celebrate your progress. Give yourself credit for all that you have been through. One of the things the Posse of Angels is reminding us to do is to release the idea that we should in any way have been further along or completed some aspect of our lives, and to stop beating ourselves up over unrealistic expectations. Instead of this, we can set intentions for 2006, whether that is that we wish to learn a new skill or launch into a new career, or maybe the intention to build relationships with honoring, respectful, like minded people. At this time of solstice, the energy is very strong to fuel these intentions. In the cold and the dark of winter, solstice invites us to brighten our days and bring warmth into our homes. We can do this by lighting candles, by creating a peaceful, cozy atmosphere for life to unfold. The solstice reminds us of the constant halo of cycles that we, as humans, find ourselves under, to learn from them, to embrace their wisdom, and help us to travel throughout the year ahead with ease and grace. Now, on December 24th, we'll have Venus entering the Capricorn party because in Capricorn, Venus, the planet of beauty and justice and harmony, loves, absolutely loves traditions, those things that have meaning and show commitment. For instance, traditions like handwritten holiday cards and decorations and tried and true recipes that have been handed down through generations. They all show a substance of considered care and investment. Venus in Capricorn encourages us to focus on careful planning and long term visions to structure our lives and take responsibility in our relationships. This could be in the area of partnering, in love, or perhaps in financial decisions. Capricorn absolutely loves investing not only their money, but their time and their energy and consideration when it comes to investing in strengthening long term relationships. With this strong energy of investment and commitment, Venus in Capricorn is asking us to consider which path resonates most with our soul. What vision do we hold for our lives that fulfills our authenticity, our creativity, our passion, our vibrancy, and our harmony with life? As we make our way through these last 11 days of 2025, um, which was one heck of an exceptional year, as it was full of rapid fire expansion and continual higher frequency upgrades, you can ask yourself these questions. Um, and you can ask yourself whether you are sprinting along full of energy, going to the end of the year, whether you're dragging your feet, or whether you feel like a fish out of water, gasping for breath, as getting through 2025 took all the oxygen and the wind out of your sails. But the Posse of Angels has really, really encouraging messages for us, because um, 2025, there seemed to be a continual cycle of upgrades, of downloads, of ever increasing energies to keep elevating our frequencies, our energies. And this took a lot out of us. These were energies that were unlike any the physical body has ever known. As such, the transformation it has caused physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually had been massive. And this doesn't even take into consideration a complete clearing out and alteration of our karmic debt, our cellular and multidimensional levels. Now, and with every additional round of higher frequencies we went through, we then had a slow down time of integration. And the Posse of Angels wishes to remind us that although it felt like a roller coaster, well, if this wouldn't have happened, we would have exploded. For many, all we wanted to do was to hurry up and get the whole ascension process over with. But it has to be methodically and divinely integrated to get us to a stage that is quickly approaching, if not already here, for some people. This integration is helping us to release everything that was keeping our divine nature hidden in order for us to rediscover our wings. Take these last days of 2025 to prepare yourself by simply letting go and making room for the extraordinary to appear in your life, as the extraordinary needs a clear space to find us in 2026. We also need the space to spread our wings as we are being made ready to fly going into this new year. And the Posse of Angels is sharing for us not to worry about how or when things will work out, because this is new, and, and to prepare ourselves to be unapologetically free going into this new year. Of course, we all do this with the help of spirit, either consciously or unconsciously, and in perfect sync with the liberation brought in by the year of the horse. For those that may not know, we have just finished a very challenging year of the snake, shedding anything that was not part of our divine eternal nature and transforming us so that we will be ready for that liberation and that freedom and that forward momentum going into 2026, which is the year of the horse. Our bravery in many cases has risen and evolved to such an extent that the future that we were afraid to claim for ourselves will now manifest, as it will arrive to claim us. And to begin our additional insights, I went to my runes, and this is the one that came out. This is the rune Awats. It jumped out of the bag with the message of movement, progress, and it's the rune of the horse, which is so prophetic because that is what we've been speaking about, leaving the year of the snake and entering the year of the horse. After many in the collective experience stagnancy and no movement in 2025, this rune speaks about transitions of physical shifts, especially possibly around new locations, new homes, new careers, new attitudes, or a whole new life. Awad speaks about a slow, gradual process and the steady progress of the bettering of any situations. Perhaps this is the growth of a business, or it could be an idea or partnership. It brings with it an energy of excitement. Also, again, we have forward movement. We have the assurance as it's time to face a successful future, very much like energies of today's new moon in Sagittarius. So that couldn't be a more prophetic rune with progress, movement, and it's the sign of the horse. Then I went to my Angel Healing House Tarot deck and I pulled out 3 cards. And then I went to the Shaman's Oracle deck and I pulled out 3 cards. So let's read them as a 3-part story with the 2 cards. And we can see them side by side here. We have the 8 of Pentacles. You see that lady very, very diligently doing what she loves doing, what she is very good at and passionate about. And that kitty in the window, he would like some of that yummy icing. And then we have this card of Revelation, Unmarked Trail, which is next to the 8 of Pentacles. This story coming out shows us that with the energy of new beginnings brought in by the new moon today and the solstice, the first card, the 8 of Pentacles, shows us diligently working on our craft, something we are very good at. I've often called the 8 of Pentacles the being remarkable card, as we are being noticed and rewarded for our talents and our gifts. And with it being clarified by the Revelation card, we are being called to embark on an unprecedented experience. Some would call it a sacred journey, using all that we've garnered and learned along our path of evolution and ascension. Now, the posse of angels is showing me, in my mind's eye, the Fool card in tarot, and how he may not be sure where he's going, but he is getting out of his own way and setting off with complete trust and faith, because all that he needs for his journey is in that little satchel which he carries on his back, because it's filled with all the wisdom that he's learned from his previous journeys. And think back specifically over the last 5 years, since 2020, but for many of us, the last 2-3 decades, how much we have garnered and learned and turned that into wisdom through the experiences that we went through. Whether we know what our new journey looks like or not as we enter into 2026, it is of the utmost importance to trust that the universe will direct us where our soul and our gifts can be fully recognized for us to be, and our soul to be, of highest service. And that unmarked trail that we may not see yet is being prepared for us to shine with our gifts and our talents and our abilities and our skills. Beautiful cards there. The next cards that are coming out, well, we have the 6 of Cups, the card of nostalgia, the card of sentimentality, and what else should that come out with but Fortune's Wheel, or the Wheel of Fortune. Speaking about good fortune finding us in our soul tribe. Now, for so many of us, relationships that we're not honoring or respecting to us seem to go by the by. Because the energies were just too disparate. And now many of us in the conscious collective will be finding our soul tribe. These are people from the past. They could be from this past incarnation, or more likely from past incarnations will be entering our lives once again to provide us with help, support, encouragement, partnerships, connections, and collaborations for us to flourish and be recognized in this new golden era of light on planet Earth. This is a magical period of change when luck meets divine timing for our intentions to physically manifest. Why? Because we are so clear now with all of those upgrades. I know they were difficult going through 2025. Seems like there was a new one every week, and then we, like a roller coaster, then we had to integrate it, and then came another one, and then we had to integrate it. But now comes the payoff. And with it, with coming in with the Wheel of Fortune, it makes an appearance. We are being asked to be on the lookout for things like emails, phone calls, chance encounters, which have been carefully crafted by Spirit and Fortune's wheel, something destined for us that we didn't even know that we were working towards. The posse of angels is reminding us to work with these new energies. Invite our boldest longings into our lives, for they are saying that an invitation is all that is required now. So, in past videos, the posse of angels have said, think big. No, think bigger. No, think even bigger for what your intentions are going into this brand new year. And don't hold back. Beautiful cards. And the next one we have coming out is actually what I call the soulmate card. It's a card of celebration, and it's the Three of Cups. But the clarifying card, what else should it be when we're speaking so much about liberation and movement, is the Horseman. Wow. And this is the card, the Horseman. It's the heralding of change. This is perfect. We're leaving behind that year of the snake, entering the year of the horse. Each one of us is living in a different reality, regardless of outside circumstances, as if we've woken from a long and nightmarish slumber. Live as if you are so excited to step into your new life. The Horseman is a wonderful sign of good news, announcing a prosperous and an advantageous time on the horizon for so many of us in the collective. Let's finish off today with some angel numbers. Haven't used them in a while. We have a shuffle here. And while I'm shuffling, I'm wishing everyone well. Oops. I just grabbed it. Wishing everybody well over this holiday season. Lots of snow and ice in the northern hemisphere, so do be very careful on the roads. Rug up from the winter's chill, and do take some time over this solstice energy, and just to reflect and just make time to give yourself credit for all that you've been through in this very trying year for many, 2025. Maybe light a candle, and maybe you could write down 3 things that you don't want to take with you into 2025. And then say a prayer over that, and for you to be conscious of not taking that. Maybe that can be not forgiving someone or something. Maybe not finding closure over something that happened. Maybe putting to rest some judgments, and not being as conscious of being grateful for all that you have, and then let that go. And then the next is write 3 things that you want to envisage for yourself in 2026. So let's split the deck, choose 3 cards, and see what comes out for us. Our first one, look at this one. It's called The Big Break. 15 15. An exciting opportunity, support, or extra resources are heading your way. Keep moving forward. That's the movement of the horse with enthusiasm, and enjoy the process. True success comes from passion, and your dedication will be handsomely rewarded. Love it. Absolutely love it. The big break. And those words are innovation, focus, creation, progress, momentum, mastery, achievement, and passion. All sounds like the thundering of those horses' hooves as we get closer to 2026. The next card is, talk about beginnings, 111. And this card says, now is the time to realize your long-held dreams. Perfect for what we spoke about going into goat season. Capricorn season is long-term vision, long-term goals. You're on the right path to turning your dreams into reality. The right people, the circumstances, that soulmate card coming out, and also not only the soulmate card, but the Six of Cups, which is the card of sentimentality, nostalgia, and those people from the past returning. The right people, circumstances, and resources are coming together to support you. And that is all about fortune's wheel, luck, and right timing. Happiness and new opportunities are within reach. Trust. Trust not only yourself, but trust the journey, and have faith in the process. So I hope all of that has been helpful to you. Do remember that Walk-In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom is uploaded every week on Saturdays. And there is only, that's right, there's only one more video that will be on YouTube. After that, done and dusted. No more videos on YouTube as of January 2026. They will all be on Substack for paid subscribers only. Now, you can become a free subscriber and get my occasional written articles and posts that I do, but the video content will only be available to paid subscribers on my Substack. And I will leave the description, the link for Substack in the description box down below. Go out, everyone, and fashion an absolutely beautiful holiday season for yourself. I'm wishing you love, and as always, angel blessings. And I look so forward to speaking with you again next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.